Robin Williams.
Bro.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Crazy. I went crazy that you know that, man. You guys do an amazing job with research here. It's unbelievable.
And you will know my name is Destroy, my brother.
SiriusXM Shade 45, CTRL-ALT D-STROY, DC Comics, Marvel Comics create superheroes. And here I am with a phenomenal one. You guys may know him from the ABC's Emmy award-winning hit show Shark Tank. My man, Robert, say it in your most Yugoslavian way, my brother. Go for it.
Herjavec. That's how you say it.
Herjavec.
Fact.
So the jersey that I have on, young man.
Yes, sir.
This is the Yugoslavian soccer team.
I thought that was a communist logo you were wearing because they love the red and the stars and the that.
Before your father became a janitor in Canada.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Look at that. Your parents fell in love in Yugoslavia. I know you were 8 when you left. What do you remember most about that environment?
D, here's the amazing thing. I remember the before in Yugoslavia. I remember the after. I don't remember the journey.
Mm-hmm.
And my mom thought I was just blocking it out. The before, I was oblivious to the communism, to the struggle. I was a young kid being raised by my grandmother in a little village.
Mm-hmm.
Did I know we were poor? No, because everybody was poor. Dirt floors, but we had pigs, we had cows, we had dogs, we had puppies.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. Tons of family. Then you have the middle, and we show up in Canada, in Rexdale, 27 Bergamont Avenue, apartment 214. I remember it as clear as yesterday, and that was hard.
So I don't know if you know this, but this is the #1 show in Yugoslavia. Now, they pinned a letter on this kid's chest when he was six years old.
That's true. Oh, how'd you know that? Yeah. So my dad used to work, and he was an entertainer, and he went all over the place. So my mom had to work. She couldn't take care of me. So she sent me by train to my grandmother who raised me, and I go back and forth. And I used to take a train when I was 6 years old, and they pinned a letter to me saying, if you find me, my name is Robert, here's where I live. There was no phones or anything. I think that's why I love to travel. I mean, I've traveled the whole time. Different time.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I totally get it.
Leave the room I'm not in, and I'm losing it. I'm like, where are they?
Yeah. Hey, listen, I understand this. We are right here in these streets with a superhero, Robert Herjavec. Am I saying this perfectly? Come on, B. Because as a kid, Mark Cuban said he wanted to be rich. You just wanted not to be poor.
Yeah, Cuban and I are sitting around having this conversation one day, and he says to me, when I was 12 years old, I wanted to be rich.
Wow.
And I remember thinking, wow, that's so impressive. Because when I was 12, I just didn't want to be poor. I think in life, there are a handful of Mark Cubans that know what they want to do, know what the reality of their dreams are, and have that level of confidence about themselves. Cuban and I had this other conversation where he said to me, every time I do something, I'm 100% sure it's going to work out.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, how does somebody have that level of confidence? How many people listening to this have that level of confidence? How many people are devoid of fear? Very, very few. And I think in life, it's that journey to go from fear to having enough confidence in yourself. So for me, I just got to a point where I didn't think about buying a jet or a Ferrari or any of that crap. I just didn't want to live the pain I was living.
Being an immigrant, having that innate sense of fear and valuing every dollar, every piece of bread, you've touched on that stuff, but can you share a story where that mindset really guided your decisions?
I think it's good and bad. So I think the good is you have a constant striving to be better. Mm-hmm. Because when you come here, you never quite fit in. You're never like everybody else. And I think that pushes you. It pushes you to be better. It pushes you to think differently. Now, the downside of that is I think you tend to be too conservative. So I never wanted to go backwards in life because I didn't like where I came from, and I never wanted to go back there.
Wow.
And so it's when you're not willing to risk anything or everything, sometimes the gains aren't as big. I always used to say, I will never be the guy that's going to move backwards in life. But if I would have been more risk oriented, would I be wealthier or more successful today? Maybe. But I'm pretty happy with where I am.
Yeah. Your dad seen you wanted to drop out, 15 siblings. Your dad comes from a lot of unprotected sex. This is a fact.
They didn't have such a thing back then.
Come on, bro. They didn't have condoms. They had napkins.
Country,
that's all they
Roman
had.
Catholics. Yeah.
I'll kill you and bury you in the backyard, man.
I'm an only child, so my parents thought they spoke perfect English. So you got to picture my dad, this little Eastern European man wearing a vest and a balaclava in August, barely spoke English. So I drop out of school because I'm like, this is not for me. I'm going to get a job, make some real money. I come home. My dad is coming home between working 2 shifts at the factory. Comes home, walks. We didn't have a car. Take a shower, get some food, sees me sitting on the couch, comes up to me, and he wasn't a, feely, fluffy, let's throw the ball kind of guy.
Yeah.
Comes right up to me and says, what you do home? And I say, I dropped out of university, blah, 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 not for me. I'm better than that, or something stupid like that. My dad comes up to me an inch away from my face and says, look, love you. Go back. Kill you, bury body. I went back.
Wow.
I was the first person in my dad's entire family and my mom's to ever get a post-secondary education.
Wow.
And there's only one thing that immigrants value more than money and status. It's education.
Yes.
So me finishing university was never, not finishing was never an option.
Wow. You setting up your dad at a dealership. You didn't give him Kylie Jenner's car or the Rolls Royce with the picnic seats, right?
How did you know I have Kylie's car? That's funny. Yeah, I bought, actually, Jay Leno's a good friend of mine, and he and I buy cars all the time. And I love cars. And he calls me one day and says, I found this incredible car, 99-point Corvette, 1956, original aqua green color. And I bought it for Kylie. And she doesn't want it anymore. And she wants to find a good home. So I go over to her house and I see the car and it's gorgeous. And I bought it and I still have it. I love that car.
Wow. Your dad putting his hands on his dream car on the steering wheel, brother.
Everybody has a dream. What I learned was we all have something that tells us we've made it. Something. Could be an art, could be a better education. Everybody has something in life that they say, man, if I ever got here, I'm the guy. I've made it. And so I take my dad to this dealership under pretense. I get him to sit in this Cadillac, which was his dream. And I say, what do you think? And he puts his hands on his steering wheel. And you got to think, he was in his 50s then. So years of pain and suffering and being made fun of. And he just looking at that wheel and I'm looking at him. And I say, what do you think? And he says, one day. And I flip the visor and I give him the keys. And I say, today's the day.
Wow.
Greatest thing I've ever bought for me.
Yeah.
I bought it for him, but I did it for me. And the reason I did it for me was they left a country at 37 years old with no money, didn't speak the language, incredible suffering, in order to give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Everybody listening to this has somebody that has worked their ass off to give you an opportunity. And for me, if I didn't make something of myself, it was disrespectful to them. And getting him that car, I mean, I used to think we were really rich when I bought a Cadillac, you know, and it's a great car. I mean, the wealth has increased and the toys have increased and the houses, but that is still the best use of money I've ever had.
Wow. Look at this, man. A control freak, man. How you let go to build these businesses?
Every great business hits a point. When you start a business, it's all about control. You are the sales rep, you're the operator, you're the accountant, you're the everything. You cannot outsource a startup. But if you want to scale and get to a certain point, you've got to depend on a great team. So you got to learn to let go.
I'm doing stand-up one day, right? And I keep looking at this dude, man. And I'm like, bro, this Yugoslavian dude looks a lot like me. I have my security bring him backstage so I can take a picture of this dude so I can send it to my mother.
Robin Williams.
Bro.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
Crazy. I went crazy that you know that, man. You guys do an amazing job with research here. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I'm in Toronto at a Robin Williams concert, and I'm sitting there, and he's going across the stage, and I say to my buddy, he's looking at me. And my buddy says, you are so full of yourself. Concert's over. As I'm leaving, his security guy comes up and says, Mr. Williams, would like to see you backstage. And I was on the Canadian show. It was like our second season. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm such a huge celebrity. Anyway, I go backstage. He comes up to me and goes, dude, can I get a picture with you? You freaked me out. You look so much like me. And I have that picture. And guess what? We could be brothers. It's
That's
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah.
Guys, you are talking to a gentleman who pulled Oprah Winfrey out of the rain. I'm happy that you knew the book that you read.
Yeah. I was on this private island with this resort, and I'm driving around in my golf cart, and I see this woman walking down the street, and she's drenched. And I say, hey, would you like a ride? And she gets on. Now you got to picture this. I'm a nobody, and it's Oprah Winfrey at her height. And I'm thinking, is it Oprah? What do I say? And she had just written a book about exercise and running. So I said to her, I love your book. And that started a whole conversation.
Wow. Thank you so much. I want everybody to set their GPSs to the new season of Shark Tank.
Wednesdays, 10 p.m. on ABC, right after The Golden Bachelor.
Thank you for running at least 4 miles. Have you done it in the last 3 days?
Every day, man. You know how you create consistency? Habits. Do something 21 days in a row, and it becomes a habit. It becomes a habit. The key to starting a great business or anything in life is consistency. I would rather bet on consistency than great talent all day long.
There you go, man. You had a great time?
I had a great time. It was super fun. Great research.
My brother, right here. Superheroes exist on Control-Alt D-STROY, SiriusXM Shade 45.